And moving on, we have Ambazonians infrastructure neglect. Well, this particular report is quite an emotional one. Ambazonia, a nation, has been marginalized for far too long. Well, it has continued to suffer from inadequate infrastructure, particularly when it comes to roads. 62 years after independence, the people of Ambazonia are still forced to navigate treacherous terrain, including wooden bridges and impassable routes to access basic necessities like markets, schools, and farm. Very terrible. Now, let's take a look at this video. Now, this is how humans are moving on a road. How is this even possible? Mind you, under that wooden bridge is water. So what happens if anyone falls into it? And how are we sure that people haven't fallen into the water even? Oh well. The absence of reliable roads has severe consequences on one's daily life, if you would agree with me, because it hinders economic opportunities and perpetuating poverty. Now, this neglect is a stark reminder of the regions and regions' prolonged suffering, which is usually exacerbated, I beg your pardon, by the clinical promises of improvement made by authorities during election periods, only to be forgotten once the ballots are cast. Collapsed bridges, lack of market access roads, and absent schools and farm routes are just a few examples of the numerous bad spots in Ambazonia begging to be helped. Their situation is there, and the international community must acknowledge Ambazonians' plight and push for tangible change. Very, very tangible change. Well, this is highly sad. There are key points to note here. Key point to note here is really sad that 62 years after independence, Ambazonia's road infrastructure remains severely underdeveloped. Locals are forced to use wooden bridges and navigate impassable routes. Another key point here is lack of roads hinders access to essential services and opportunities. So you would ask yourself, if the roads are like these, how much more their communities? This situation perpetuates poverty and hinders economic growth. So the time for change is now. The world at this point should recognize Ambazonia's struggle and acknowledge the region's right to decent infrastructure. Advocate for meaningful infrastructure development, prioritizing the well-being and prosperity of Ambazonians' inhabitants. Support initiatives aimed at improving road infrastructure, increasing access to essential services, and promoting economic growth. This is very sad.